Hi, welcome to Two Non-Yarn Snobs. I'm Sabrina, and there's only one of me. And we are still socially distancing, and have been since March. And I have not been very good about coming on here and podcasting. Mainly because I didn't have the mental space. But I'm getting better. And hopefully someday Anna and I will be able to get back together and do this together. And until then, we'll have to podcast separately. So here I am. And it's been a very long time. And for as long as it's been, I probably don't have all that much done. Sorry about the glare on my glasses, but I can't see without it. So, admin. You can find me, Sabrina, on Ravelry as JD's Girl. And you can find Anna as Joey's Rib. And you can email us at twononyarnsnobs@gmail.com. So, anyway, Anna and I have seen each other twice since March. Not for very long either time. The first time she came into the shop and we wore masks and stayed 6 foot apart, and we did a little short video for you guys. And then, I don't know, about 3 weeks ago, I don't know, time just seems like it's standing still to me, so we met in the parking lot at the dentist office when I was taking my child to his dental appointment, and just exchanged something, and she didn't get out of the car, and it was pouring rain, and that's it. I have been working every day, and I'm very grateful that I have a job to work. We have decided to do virtual school with our child. He is 10 and in the 5th grade, and virtual school starts tomorrow, which also happens to be my birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. Teach your kid at home. But we feel like that was just the best decision for us, and we'll see how it goes. We can change our mind at 9 weeks here. I know some places are making you commit for a whole semester, but we can change your mind at 9 weeks if you decide to do virtual, and you can send your child back to school in 9 weeks. If you decided to send your child to school, you can change your mind at any time and go virtual. So we're committed for 9 weeks, and I'm okay with that. I have spent most of the morning working in the yarn studio, and there were lots of holes, and believe it or not, I was able to fill them back up. So I have not hit a Hobby Lobby clearance sale this year, and in past years I have went and bought too much yarn, but I did not go this year. And Anna said, you need to call your doctor because your depression's really bad. Well, I still haven't went. I didn't, so it could all be gone. I don't know. I haven't had an occasion to drive to Russellville. It's about 20 minutes. And by all means, I have plenty of yarn. I was telling my husband I probably have enough yarn in here to knit and crochet for another year or two. But probably we all do. And that's okay.
I love you. Now I'm a star.
I love you too. I am married to the best guy God could have ever found for me. That's for sure. So I have a couple of FOs, not a lot. and a couple of works in progress, and I'll show you what I've been up to. I have made a lot of dishcloths because I didn't have brain space to do much of anything else. And all the ends are not woven in. Probably most of the ends aren't woven in. That's what I'm going to do over the next week or 2 weeks. I'm going to come back and probably every 2 weeks. I don't feel like I would have enough to show every week. So I'm thinking bi-weekly. And I may not be interesting, but you can see what I've been working on anyway. And I don't know which part of this I might have had done before since we talked last, and what was done before. But here are my dishcloths, ends and all. So this is what I plan to get done this week, is weave in all these ends, and I'll be able to show them to you again. But there are 32 dishcloths in here. And I could keep going. I thought I was almost out of dishcloth cotton, and then I cleaned this room today. I have plenty. I found quite a lot. Oh, they'll get used for sure. So I have all of these. I'm going to weave in the ends and divide them out, and these will be Christmas gifts for the adult women on my Christmas list. And I might keep going and I might not, because I have enough for every woman on my Christmas list to get 3. But it's still a long time till Christmas, and I could actually have enough to give them maybe 4. So we'll see. But before I see you again, all these ends will be woven in. And that's exciting. I made a commitment. I'm going to get it done. So I only have 2 more finished objects, and they are both knitting. I don't have any crochet finished objects. I honestly have barely picked up a crochet hook. I love both. I do. But I've just been in a knitting mood, and that's okay. So I made this beautiful gray scarf for my son for Christmas. He doesn't know it. He's in his bedroom. You know, preteens and video games, and he won't come out unless we scream his name. I'm drinking Sprite Zero, and the humidity is going up pretty high today, so it just dripped on me from condensation. This is the Mistake Rib. It is a 1-row pattern, and he's 10, so it's not super long, but it'll be nice and long for him. This was Vanna's Choice that I picked up on clearance somewhere. I've lost the ball band. I do not know what the colorway is, but it's a nice gray. It's a tweedy gray, and I really love it. I'm super happy with it. I have made 2 of these scarves, and the other one isn't FO since the last time I talked to you. I know this has never happened to anyone else. It only happens to me. I can't find it. I have cleaned my house. I came out here and cleaned and rearranged the yarn room. I can't find it. And it was going to be put up for Jerry for Christmas. But that's okay. Even if I don't find it, I have plenty of time, and he will get a new scarf for Christmas. Anyway, I feel like I'm winning the game here. A scarf for Landon for Christmas. So my other FO that I'm going to show you is, this is my Christmas project for at least my husband's side of the family. And I do this every year. I decide on a project, and generally everyone in the family gets the same project or the same type project. You know, I've made cows before. I've made hats before. Um, and, and it's something small, but there's 40 men, women, and children. And even though many of them have asked for blankets, Afghans, like granny square Afghans, and I could do like one per family, but then there's still a lot of kids. And anyway, this is what I have chosen. They're house slippers. So this is going to be the Saga of the slippers. And it is 2 skeins of worsted weight held together. And the pattern is the family foot warmer slippers. Oh, you really can't see that. But anyway. And it is by Anne Barron. I have made these before for us. And we wear them all winter long. And they're fun. And I'm going to just do some different things with them. So I need to make 40 of them. So if you'd like to join along and keep up with my progress, this will probably be the most of what I'm working on between now and Christmas. I can complete one slipper in a woman's or a man's size or a child's size, but the men's size are the biggest. This is the man's size. I can complete one in an evening, and I think Anna did the math, and I would be finished before the end of October if I do one an evening. But it takes me all evening, and there's not very often that I sit down and don't knit. That being said, we opened up the new grooming shop this year in April in the middle of a pandemic. That was a little scary. And it is quite busy. We're seeing on average more than 10 dogs a day, 6 days a week. I'm not finding much time to knit at work, but that's okay, because working and making money is more important than oh, did I really say that? I don't know. Working and making money is important, because I have a family to support. My husband is disabled and 63 and works way too hard at home, but you know, we all do what we have to do. So this is the family foot warmer. This is my Christmas project. It is a free pattern on Ravelry. If you would like to knit yourself some, that would be great. I would love to see pictures, post them on the I would love to see them. Email me pictures of them if you do them. You can always post on Instagram. I don't have a hashtag built or anything, but they're pretty fantastic. It's worsted weight yarn held double, and it's nice and thick and warm. And this is Crafter's Secret in orange. And I love this yarn print. I don't remember what the name of it was. I still have a skein left. But it's out of reach. So, worsted weight held double, size 10.5 needle, and that's that. Pair 1 out of 40. And then I have a couple of works in progress. One Sunday morning I sat down and said, well, I'm gonna, because all the nieces and nephews wanted Afghans for Christmas. And all of Jerry's brothers and sisters have gotten Afghans from me in the past. And so, of course, their kids want one, right? But like I said, I've already ruled that out. It's just not feasible this year. So I sat down one Sunday morning and started making granny squares out of my scraps. And I made these in one Sunday. And then I realized that it wasn't feasible to make 6 Afghans between now and Christmas and work 10 hours a day. So I will continue making squares and putting them up. I have, the moral mandala that I started a while back. I have 100 of those squares done. And it's ready to be put together. I think I've even woven most of the ends. Not all, but most. And I thought, well, I could throw that together. But I don't want to give one an Afghan and not to all. Because there's 6 households that are nieces and nephews. And then all the great nieces and nephews too. No. I just don't think I have time to make 6 Afghans between now and Christmas. And I don't want to give an Afghan to one and not give to all the rest of them. So maybe that'll be a project for next Christmas. We'll see. So I have one more work in progress. And it is a sock. Chalgu double point neat sock kit. I got this for Mother's Day from my husband and my child, and I'm in love with them. But I think it might have made my gauge a little tighter, so I might have to go up a needle size for Jerry's socks, which would be unfortunate because these are for Jerry. And I have one sock knitted. And this is Patton's Crochet Eclipse Stripes. I know it's what the colorway is. And I did not think to use a contrast color for the cuff. I just cast on. And with his socks, I need every smidgen of yarn I can get. Because he wears a size 15 and his foot is 12 inches from heel to toe. So I did put in a contrast toe. And he does not like heels in his socks. So he just gets tube socks. Which is fine with me. But honestly, the heel is kind of the most interesting part of a sock. So the first one is knit. There are ends to weave in. But this is a work in progress. And then I have actually started the second sock. And I am knitting them on the Chalgu 2.25 US ones. And this is 72 stitches. I did a 2x2 rib for 2 inches. Or 20 rounds. I know it was 20 rounds. And my ball is not looking... It's starting to get squishy. It's kind of hollow in the middle. We just keep going until it's done. And it is living in this beautiful project bag that my mother made for me. And my mom's been gone 5 years? Yeah. Maybe it'll be 6 years in January. And I use this for socks all the time. And I love it. And I think of my mama every time I pick it up. Which, doesn't get much better than that. So, have you made plans for Christmas? My husband's mowing. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's real life. He knows I'm podcasting, but he needed to start the lawnmower. It's life, guys. So, what I was saying was, have you started your working on Christmas gifts? If so, tell me what you're making. I'd love to know. tell me in the comments what you're doing for Christmas this year. Do you have one project for everyone like I am in the house slippers? Or do you make something different for everyone on your list? Do you have 40 people on your list? I want to know that too. Anyway, I do plan to use mostly scraps, maybe all scraps. I went through and organized the scrap baskets today too. I have 2 baskets full of worsted weight scraps. I have a small bag of fun fur, and yes, I'm going to add that to some slippers so they can have fuzzy house slippers, because I think that would be an amazing thing. Who doesn't love fuzzy house slippers? And I have one basket that has bulky and jumbo yarn, which I don't even use. But I think that it came from someone that had donated some yarn to me. So I'm really, and I have a little bit of super bulky here, right here. And I'm thinking about maybe making a giant granny square out of the super bulky. It's like Hometown USA. And this is some Burnett blanket and some homespun bulky. What do you think about that? Should I make a giant granny square out of the super bulky and maybe like a size K hook or something? Or maybe even go up to a P? I don't know. What do you think? Giant granny square? Or just let it sit there? Because that's probably what will happen with it, is just sit there. Because I live in Arkansas, central Arkansas, and like I don't even think we saw snow last year. So super bulky yarn just doesn't have any space in our lives. It's warm here for a lot of the year. It's not like Florida or South Texas warm. Like, we see some cool weather. But it's not like Minnesota either. So, that would be a lot to even wear as a hat. Super bulky. So, I'm pretty sure that it had to come in a donation bag. Anyway, guys, hopefully when you see me next time, I will have 6 more pairs of slippers done. And who knows what else I might get into. I have several other works in progress that, and I'm sure several that you have not seen. If I get them out and work on them, I'll show them to you. Anyway, I guess that's all for now. I'll be back in 2 weeks. See you then. Bye.